Hello everyone. You didn't see that. I was trying to set up things. Why am I falling? I'm falling in love with you. Pretend I'm doing finger guns. I hope you're all doing well today. I was busy today because I had to go to several doctor's appointments and get some blood work done. And then after that I had to tidy up my house because my apartment because I haven't cleaned it in a while, so now I'm tired. And I used up my extra energy to stream extra on yesterday instead of actually streaming today. So I'm tired. Thank you for the yawns. Funny, does that mean I can get you? No. I need a hammer to bonk you. Real girl, I feel you there. What is the plan today? I was gonna do like a real talk session where I talk about personal stuff and try to be my own therapist for a bit, but I don't know if I want to do that now. I just want to relax. In any case, I hope you're all doing well. This Wednesday, only a couple more days until Friday. So, you got this. Oh wait, you need to shower? Why do you keep on needing to shower? It's not fair. Also, how do I disable this? There we go. Now it's a lot better. Thank you, little monster. Sorry the yawn. Okay, maybe now I can ramble about personal stuff. I hope your rambling ASMR stream was good yesterday. Can we get a shout out for Little Monster, please? The topic for today was I was gonna try to figure out why I'm so insecure about myself and try to talk things through, but I was trying to gaslight myself just this past hour onto why the Switch 2 was a good purchase, and my excuse is just because there's nothing equivalent for PC. Hi, little monster. There's literally nothing that's like plug and play for like PC handhelds. So once they mod the Switch 2, I think it'll be a great console to have because you can do emulation and then you can do game streaming, and then you have the Switch 1 and 2 library, and it's plug and play. So I think that'll be the best like catch-all handheld. why am I hungry at 10 a.m., 10 p.m. at night? You should eat a snack or something. Emulator? There's nothing that I really want to emulate. I want to play PC games on the handheld form factor, but there's nothing really good for that right now. So I'm just stuck waiting for someone to make a plug and play Switch like PC gaming handheld. And I don't know if Nintendo patented the dock mechanism, because I think that'd be great in the PC format. You count as a snack, right? No. I wouldn't be very tasty anyways, because I don't eat that much. So you wouldn't be filled anyway. Let me bite you and find out. Why isn't VR chat not being picked up? I guess I will do audio output capture again. Send them to jail. Thank you for the first time chat, TFM. I just joined, but what you described sounds like a Steam Deck. The Steam Deck is the closest, but the Steam Deck is 3 years old, so I had a Steam Deck and that was the closest it could come. But then they never released a dock until super late, and they never did dual booting. So it's not as plug and play as a Switch, but it comes pretty close because of SteamOS. Thank you for the yawn, Coco. Who's going to jail? I hope it isn't me. My mods are going to jail because they're too horny on main. At the moment I want to delete Fallout New Vegas, because why am I supposed to do Fall Surgery and mods just to actually play it? See, that's the other thing. PC games sometimes don't work right off the bat, where Switch or like console, you just play and forget. Of course, you sacrifice like mods, but I'm getting old, so I just want to play the game. I don't want to spend all this time setting up. I don't know if I got insomnia or I'm just nocturnal. Why not both? I have insomnia and I'm nocturnal, so it's very hard for me to get good sleep. So I feel you hard. ROG Ally also comes close. ROG Ally also comes close because I had the Steam Deck and then I had the ROG Ally X, and then I sold them both for food. And the ROG Ally X came pretty close too. The ROG Ally X with SteamOS is the best PC gaming handheld, hands down, because you can dual boot Windows on it and you can also run the SteamOS on it. Does the Steam Deck support workshop content? It does. So it's very convenient. So I played a bunch of modded roguelike games on it. Like, I played Binding of Isaac, Slay the Spire, just a bunch of indie games with mod support. And so I really want I'm just waiting for a PC handheld that comes close to the Switch. Actually, no, I'm not waiting for that. I'm waiting for it to be more mainstream, so companies besides Steam can make the price less outrageous, because a ROG Ally X where I'm at is like $1,000, and that's insane. I'm not paying $1,000 for a handheld. Even if it has Windows on it. But the Steam Deck is a good deal. The Steam Deck is a good deal because it's like 500-ish. And if I were to get another PC handheld, I'd probably get the Steam Deck again. But I won't get the OLED, I'll just get the LCD. Insane. Because I just want to play indie games, and then the rest I can do like game streaming. Anyways, I hope you all had a good day today and had some good rest and are doing well and hanging in there in the middle of the week. Only a few days before I can eat like a normal person. I'm so excited. I'm going out this weekend for ramen with the very few friends I have. And I think that'll be the one meal for today. Because I thought you were about to say Christmas. It's basically like Christmas next week. Okay, that's cool. It is. But if no one has anything they want to vent or talk about, then I'm gonna talk about things on my mind, because this is my stream and I wanna just talk about myself today, I guess. I want to talk about how much I want to hold hands with you. Why is my mod flirting with me? My mods are flirting with me. Went from what's visual ASMR yesterday to visual ASMR in title. People don't come to me for triggers or ASMR anyways. I hope people come just to hear me yap and feel safe and feel comforted, because that's the type of content I want to make. Are you a Pop-Tart because you're the best snack? Oh my goodness. There was someone that really liked you doing name spellings. That was a long time ago. I think that was Bad Grenades. Saying a Pop-Tart. I actually never had a Pop-Tart. Never. But I heard it's super sweet, so I'm in no rush to get a Pop-Tart in any case. I also never had Lunchables because my parents cared too much about my health. So instead they gave me 2 slices of wheat bread, 1 slice of ham, and then like half a head of lettuce as a sandwich. So I don't know if that's any better. Rambling what's on your mind. I'm here for that. I just want to talk about personal things. My hand is going sentient. Because I like watching other streamers talk about like deep topics or like personal topics. So I kind of want to do the same thing. Chocolate raisins? I don't like chocolate raisins. I can't believe you like chocolate raisins. I want to talk about the things that are making me lose sleep. Because I don't want to think about them at 2 a.m. in the morning instead. Because I don't want my mind to be racing with all these thoughts in the morning. So I'd rather talk about it out loud so I can figure out. It's just how my mind works, I guess. And I don't want to journal because I don't want to write all of it down. I feel like talking to myself just lets me work along my thoughts easier. And also have you guys be around. And then so you guys can share. I want you guys to feel safe to share whatever thing's on your mind. So I'm gonna start by sharing myself first. Blueberry muffin is the best. I like carrot muffins. Makes sense, just putting them to words can be helpful. I find that works for me more because I don't want to pay like $1,000 to a therapist just for me to have like an echoing board to bounce thoughts off of. So the next best thing is just being my own therapist. So I deal really bad with like rejection, and I need to figure out why. Cause I get really triggered or upset or really sad when I get left on red. I know people are busy. I know people can't respond immediately. I know people have lots of different things that they're going through. That's their situation, but I need to figure out why I get so tensed up, because otherwise I don't want to have like such a painful or strong reaction every time. I feel like I get ghosted when it turns out the other person's just busy with their life. So I want to figure that out myself, or slowly try to figure it out. I hate therapy, it's a waste of money, and I'm my own therapist. I still recommend therapists if you have the money, if you have the resources, if you need someone to help you, or to give you a hand, or to give you tools to navigate your own mind. It's not that I'm against therapists, but I don't like therapists personally, because I went through so many therapists and I hated having to do like 5 to 10 sessions just for them to like open up and actually start helping me, because then I'm already down $500 to $1,000, and I just don't see the point for me. I had a good time with therapy growing up, thankfully. My psychologist was very practical. See, therapists can work. Therapists work, but it might not work for everyone. That's the point I'm trying to say. I'm scared it won't be the same though if I ever try therapy now as an adult. You can still try. I mean, nothing's stopping you, and there are some like resources that offer free counseling sessions. It might not be very good because it's free, but at least there's something, right? It's better than nothing. I get stressed when I get left on red because of what happened to me. Same. I never had therapy, I just never needed them and now I don't trust them. That's fair. You need to be very open and personal to get the best results out of the therapist, because if you don't share everything, then they can't fully help you because they need to know all the context. It's a lot like dating. You gotta find the right one for you. Yeah, but I've sort of given up on this point because I've went through so many. I've went through like 6 already, so I just don't want to do it anymore. I'm tired. Getting left on red isn't a big deal to me or extends to like 1 day later or something, but I match energy with people when it comes to that. I'm not going to spend effort to respond properly if they don't. I just don't understand why you can't just like send a message or a reaction to just acknowledge the other person. I don't think that takes that much to do. I don't think someone is that busy where they can't give like a quick response or acknowledgement, but it's also coming from my own insecurities. I'd rather the other person respond when they can give their full attention to it. That's fair. It's a lot like dating. Sometimes you get tired and just give up. The context for me is I was adopted, so I do extremely terribly with rejection because I think it's like internalized ever since birth, because I don't do well with rejection to begin with, and then growing up my parents weren't really there for me because they were busy working, because I had like a typical Asian household where like my dad is busy doing the work and my mom is either the strict mom at home or she's busy trying to like work herself, trying to raise a family. I don't know whether it's the same for other households. Unless you mean trying to date. I don't want to date until I'm comfortable with myself, because I don't think it's fair to like have someone else shoulder the burden of whatever I'm going through until I'm comfortable with it. Hi Annie, thank you for the yawn. Because in like an Asian household, we don't really talk about our feelings as much. Like Asian parents don't really show affection, and so getting an Asian parent to say like I love you is like a lot more difficult than it is to compared with like an American or Western parent. But I might be biased because I don't know what it's like to have those kind of parents, just because I can only go from my own experience. So I didn't get much affection growing up, and it just sort of like weighed on me. And I want to think that I needed like some sort of affection, but it's so far into the past, like I don't know if it still has any hold on me personally, because um your childhood years and your parents shape a lot of you growing up. So every time someone leaves me on red or I get ignored, I have a really bad reaction to it. And I don't really know why. I think I'm scared of, like, maybe if I've done something wrong, or if I'm scared of getting hurt, or maybe I think that the other person may not like me, so that's why I don't like being left on red. So I try to respond to like texts and DMs punctually because of that when growing up. So maybe it's also because it's me trying to respond in a timely manner and it not getting reciprocated. So maybe I don't like that. So it's very hard for me to figure this out all by myself. That's why I have to talk about it out loud. I kind of distance myself a lot because media and people gave me trust issues. I'm scared of loving someone. I feel sort of the same way too, because I had a lot of trust issues growing up. Because I don't know how to be comfortable sharing like my own feelings and stuff growing up, because when I grew up, whenever I got like sick or whenever I did something wrong or whenever I had something on my mind, like if I did something wrong or I got sick and I told my parents, and they'd be worried sick because they wouldn't be able to take care of me because they were so busy. So I got disciplined a lot and I got yelled at a lot. So as a result, I just kind of like closed myself off to people. And I think I just sort of brought that with me growing up. And I didn't know how to deal with it. Loving someone takes an immense amount of trust. They usually told me I was being a baby about it and it wasn't a big deal. That's why communication is so important. because without communication, then without communications, a lot of things fall through. And that's why mental health is important as well. What do you mean someone did it? Is it at 69? If it's at 69, then fine. I'll do it. I'm proud of you for trying your best. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be comforted. You are a good girl. Thanks, I needed that. There's also an identity crisis happening all at the same time with that. Thank you for the yawn, Raccoon. And thank you for the follow, sweet Steve. And thank you for the care package. I remember losing so much trust in my parents in middle school because they basically didn't understand mental health. I'm gonna talk more about that after I get some water. Are you such a puppy girl that even calling yourself a good girl still knocks you? Listen, I don't get compliments a lot, okay? How do I get compliments when I don't touch grass in the first place? Thank you for the follow. X Alice goes X. You say that like I didn't call you good girls 35 days in one day before. I am weak to compliments. And I want to be real because I don't know that much about ASMR trigger stuff, and I'm still at a crossroads about what kind of content I want to make. But what I know for sure is that the vibe and environment that I want to make is just a comfy, cozy space that people feel safe being themselves and sharing their troubles with other like-minded people, because it's not easy. It's not easy reaching out for help these days because everything is online the media is everywhere, social media. There's so many things going on in the world. Everyone's so busy with their lives. So I just want to make like a comforting and welcome space for when people feel down or if they need help, that they can come here. And that I know for sure is the kind of environment that I want to make and that I want to uphold. As for the content, I don't know yet. I'm also weak to compliments. Thank you for the follow, Nexal. Hello. It is definitely a busy world. We live in interesting times right now. How I wish we could go back to boring times.
Raccoon, you're such a cute puppy boy. You're so cute.
Make an environment that makes you happy, that's all that matters. What makes me happy is if we can help each other. And that includes me too, because I go through a lot. So I want to help you guys when you aren't feeling well. And if you guys can help me when I'm not feeling well, then that makes me happy. In precedented times, pretty much. What are we talking about? We are talking about just anything that comes to mind, really. I was just talking about my personal life because I like sharing my experience, and I want to make it feel like it's okay for you to talk about what's on your mind. So I want to lead by example. Of course, I don't want to do this like all the time because it'd be really, I don't want it to be like deep all the time and serious. But I do want to talk about this from time to time. Just basically when I have things on my mind. I also want to do funny ASMR content and just cozy, comfy ASMR content. So I just want people to relax and feel comfortable being here or lurking, or however you like to wind down and relax at the end of the day. I feel tired. It's 4 a.m. here. I hope you get good sleep. Good sleep. Good sleep. And it's also a way for me to voice practice and to practice yapping, because I don't yap that much, but I've already said that a lot already. Free pats. Now you have to. Now you have to. And I also want people to to take advantage of this to share and to talk, because I can say I don't care about money or follows or subs or whatever now because I'm in a comfortable financial situation, but I don't know if that's gonna last forever. So once my living situation becomes less stable and I need to start making money, then I can't make everything free anymore. So that's why until then, I want to make as much free content as possible so it can help people. I give a lot of advice, but don't take my own, even though I help a lot of people, even people going through the worst of the worst, and I've helped them get back up. The best advice I was ever given: the only person in the way of success is yourself, and no one can be you. You and yourself are only you. Exactly. I don't have a problem with people yapping if it's actually interesting. I don't know what to yap about, but I can talk about myself because I've gone through a lot in life, so I can talk about that on end. The only person that can help yourself in the end is yourself, because only you are with yourself 24/7. Getting help from other people is important too, and having friends and family and social connections are definitely important. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, only you can help yourself. So if the things I say or if the content I make helps you get through another day, then that's what matters to me the most. I think money is relevant, but only to help get to the destination we seek. But it's all about acquiring the energy and skills to produce the ability of plentiful earning. See, I want to make enough content and get better at what I'm doing before I debut as like a VTuber or start growing an audience. Before then, I put all the like counters and like sub goals and etc. because I don't feel like I'm quite there yet. And for now, I still think other people are more important than me. So I'd rather you use that money into either helping yourself or supporting other people. Of course, if you want to help support me in whatever way, whether it's through like watching or subs or bits or donations, I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth, but I don't want to make that the primary focus until I actually need it. I'm gonna get a semicolon tattoo when I can because I'm busy. And the 3. That's good. But I think you should put like a quote on there as well, because I don't know if anyone knows. I don't know if the semicolon is like a universal symbol yet. I don't know if it's reached that status. Because I forgot what the semicolon symbol was until like I had to actually check. But maybe I just forgot. I want my first tattoo to be a cover up. I'm too scared of getting tattoos because it hurts, I think. Depression. Hey, I have friends. Do they actually exist? No, there are voices in my head, but they cool. That's what I'm working on right now. I want the voices in my head to support me instead of always kicking me when I'm down. That's what I'm working on right now. Because I have a very toxic inner voice. I have a really mean inner voice. And it judges me really harshly and really critically. So I'm trying to be nicer to myself. Depression hit me hard with the stress being most of it, but I'm doing better. It's why I'm getting it. Oh, and I also advocate for medication. Medication is important if you can get it. Not just therapy, you also need medication for when you're dealing with like mental health problems. Thank you for the yawn, Sorbs. I spent many years with depression, but I don't know what came first, depression or dysphoria. So I don't know. I'm hoping that the depression will get better when I sort out my dysphoria. I don't know whether I have depression because of dysphoria or I have dysphoria because of depression. You know, chicken or the egg thing. Semicolon's a universal symbol. Yeah. But where would you put that tattoo anyways? Actually, I'm getting way too I'm overthinking things. Here's my problem with money. Where I live, our currency is really bad. And we don't even earn that much money in a month, which makes here living pretty hard. That's why you should try to save money and spend it on yourself. Don't just throw it around. And I don't know how I can help you with that, but I think there's lots of side jobs you can do online if you want to make like pocket money. But the last time I did that was really long ago, so I don't have any advice for you there. You can get a blood work needle, I don't need a tattoo. I don't want a tattoo. I want like stickers for my nails. I don't really need a tattoo right now. I kind of had tattoo, but kind of cut them off by listening Bear to Light, so I keep myself motivated. I'm trying to... The advice that stuck with me was, like, would you be giving the same advice to a friend? So I'm trying to treat myself more like a friend. And it's slowly adjusting. I had that inner critic and still have it, what puts in doubt and fear. But it's a matter of what thoughts we choose in power. And perhaps if we choose to follow a favor system to keep ourselves in a proper place, to keep the bad away as much as possible. Oh, and another thing my therapist told me is that our thoughts, in the end, are just thoughts. So, only we give power to them. We can give or take power away from them because they're just emotions and thoughts. They're not reality. But it's very hard to take all the advice that you get and remember it when you're going through like trauma or panic attack or depression or anxiety attack. So you really need to like drill it in and also ground yourself if you can. My voice has disappeared, but my old habit of ruminating is coming back. That's why I like talking out loud too. Because talking out loud helps me like slowly dissect and kind of break it down into more manageable segments. Wrist would be a nice place to put it. Yeah. Dysphoria most likely came first. I think it was dysphoria. I handled depression pretty well when I was 10 to 13. Sadly, I lost close relatives, but I still pulled through with the power of my friends and music. That's another thing I want to talk about, because that's also one way you can use to get through depression is not isolating yourself and trying to stay connected with your friends. We're trying to find healthy ways to cope. Otherwise, you don't want to turn it into like violent or self-harming tendencies. Thank you for the yawn, Chris. My comfort item was stuffed animals. I love stuffed animals. I want 3 more blow high. I want lots of stuffed animals. I'm in my 30s, took me a long time to understand what to really do when I'm at my worst, so I can do well again when I recover. I'm an adult and I still don't know what to do. So all we can do is try to get by each day. And all we can do is keep getting back up. I get hurt so much, I can't tell when I burn myself for cooking. I hope you apply sufficient first aid when you need it, because you need to take care of yourself and your body as well. But I can relate with that because I have like chef hands. When you work in like the food industry, you get used to handling hot things, so you become less sensitive to high temperatures. She abuses the blowhigh. Shush. Shush. Rewire your subconscious. Miss me with that masochist stuff, I'm a baby. I'm only 15, so I can't say stuff about depression. I had older friends who struggled with depression and suicide thoughts after 1.5 years. He was no longer depressed. I think depression is like a lifetime thing. It doesn't really fully go away. You just learn how to live with it. Talking to yourself causes me to ask questions. Then for you, then you should like journal. You should journal them so you can come back to them later. Because for me, I can just stream and talk out loud. So that works for me. And my journal is tiny. It's like the size of my hand. So I can't really write a lot. So I rather just yap instead, because I don't get much chances to yap. Thank you for the yawn, Farklick. I hope you're doing well. Is that a problem if you talk to yourself? Nope. Talking out loud helps. When I'm in a spiral, it's hard to make use of any coping mechanisms. That's why for situations like those, all I have are like grounding methods and medication. Because I'm still not that good with dealing with panic or anxiety attacks. It doesn't go away except it can be replaced by other thoughts and ideas. Exactly. You can replace it with more positive thoughts and be kinder to yourself. Hi, Mystical. Thank you for the yawn. I hope you've been well. I tried journaling, but I get stuck on what to write down. Just write anything that comes to mind. Just write down your thoughts. It can make zero sense. It can make absolutely no sense, but as long as you get it down, at least you've dealt with it in some way or another. You've not held it in. You've taken it and put it into a actual form. So you're not like leaving it or putting it aside. You've addressed it. You've acknowledged it. And that's the first step. To acknowledge that your thoughts are just thoughts and your feelings are just feelings. Writing is about flow. Women do tend to take tattoos better than men. If I ever get a tattoo, it'll probably be like a butterfly or something. Most of the times I talk out loud while I'm in public stage trying to talk is like trying not to rage in game. You can talk to yourself silently too. You can just think to yourself. Like I usually just at night when my mind is racing, I just dim the lights and just think in like a quiet space. And I find that helps because it's just you and your thoughts. Of course, if you have bad thoughts, that can also not be great. So it's all about the situation. I did free writes or Sunday writing where you just dump your thoughts and don't worry about if it makes sense. That is what you should do if you're already journaling and you can't, your mind is racing with too many thoughts at once. So you need to like sort of free up some space for you to like think clearly. When I was a bit younger, I used to do that, but people look at me like some type of weirdo. Here's what I learned when growing up. Stop caring about what other people think. Of course, that is way easier said than done. But if you can start doing that when you're young, you're already well on your way. Because when you're young, you're so focused about what other people think about you, or like what you keep thinking. You're so focused on like other people's opinions of you that you sort of lose your sense of self. And people are too busy with their own lives to think about other people a lot of the times. I'm not saying people are selfish or like self-absorbed, but people simply there's simply so much things going on in one's life that there's simply very little space about like thinking about other people And so a lot of the times, they're too busy focused on figuring out their own lives over thinking about others. That's so. It doesn't matter what other people think of you as long as you're comfortable with yourself. That's what I'm trying to say, and I don't think I express myself that well. Um, Regarding this topic, but my main point is just that you should stop caring about if other people are thinking of you like negatively, because usually that stems from their own insecurities or their own problems, and it's not a reflection of yourself as a person, I guess, is the best way I can phrase that. I don't really care what people think of me, but I know I'm kind of weird for talking to myself. And when that happens, I turn into a tomato red soup and my brain fries. I can understand that, because as much as I say to not care about what people think, we don't live in a vacuum. So we're constantly surrounded by others, so it's very hard not to care. I mean, I still care about what other people think of me. If I didn't care about what other people thought of me, then I would be more comfortable with going out in public and being myself. But I'm too scared that other people might not accept me for the way I am. So I rather just avoid it and not deal with it. I don't know if that's the healthiest method, but I'm not ready yet because my self sense of identity is not there yet. I still don't fully know who I am as a person because I'm still going through a transitional period in my life. See what I did there? Hi, Zara. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good Wednesday. I just type in there what I think, a notepad. I used to journal and type it on Word, but recently I'm just lazy. And I feel like sharing this, if sharing this helps even one person relate or feel like they're not alone in feeling this, then I'd rather just talk about it in public. Plus, it might make good content, so win-win. I see this as an absolute win. Hi, Yellow Sun. I hope you're doing well. Most other people only see such a small part of you as well, so their opinions aren't based on an accurate version of yourself. That's true. And it especially applies online because there's so little of yourself that you can share. that it's really hard to form a complete opinion about a person. I hope you're doing well too. I'm doing okay. I'm just talking about personal subjects because that's how I deal with them, and I like yapping. Have a good night, Nixel. Have good eepy. Also, I like being open about myself if I can, cause I'm just tired of putting up a facade growing up. There's so many people you gotta get to know well before you really know them. I feel like social media is a blessing and a curse because of the rise of social media. It's a lot easier to see and interact with a lot of different people, but since it's so saturated and there's so many people all at once, it's really hard to get to know someone personally. And because the internet is so convenient, a lot of people just don't go out anymore. Because why go out and pay for like 20 bucks on a meal and talk about things where you can just send like a quick message or a text or a Snapchat or TikTok or whatever it is people use for messaging these days. This journal is blinding white paper. Literally just write down anything that comes to mind. You can even write absolute gibberish if it helps get like some tension or stress out. And I'm actually more comfortable with talking about like my past or my experiences than talking about other subjects because I'm not that good at socializing. I don't know how that makes any sense at all. But I have social anxiety, so I don't, and I'm introverted, so I don't know how to socialize. Thank you for the follow, Francis X7. I appreciate it. It always takes time and energy to know someone regardless of the medium. Yeah. It's really hard for me to know someone because it's really hard for me to feel comfortable or safe around people. Just because of past trauma, because of my identity, and because of me being introverted. So if I'm on stream, I might seem like the most talkative person in the world, but once I'm off stream, I just freeze up. I'm just Bochi, but in real life. I can understand I'm also introverted and taking meds for anxiety, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong in who you are as a person. Each person is different. I guess I'm just used to expressing my thoughts and feelings in artistic ways. There are many different ways to express yourself, so whichever makes you feel the most comfortable.
Good boy.
there are 3 minutes of ads. So I will get some more water and come back. But before that, I'm just being silly.
My head is empty. There's no thoughts in that head. I can see her breathless.
Thank you for the follow on B Shade in case you're not in ads. That's all I know for visual ASMR. Welcome back. Was that an attack? That was me poking you in rapid succession. What is a nomogram? What does that even mean, Raccoon? Kusari is an NB or non-binary. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't approve of that language. Who is Ava Tyson? Oh, it's the one that is with Mr. Beast. Not Ava Tyson, I forgot his name, but a man put a wig to go against women in a competitive situation. I still don't know what you're talking about. Nice people use words too complicated for me. if it's as like a joke or comedy, then sure. But if you're making fun of other people's genders or identities, then I don't, I have zero tolerance for that here. That's not the space, kind of space I want to create. Good. 0. Good head pats. It doesn't matter if someone is trans, like Chris Tyson, and they do bad deeds. That doesn't discredit other people identities and stuff, but I think you should just drop that topic because I know that person came out as trans and they were a part of Mr. Beast and then they got kicked out, and then now there's like allegations against that person, but that's none of my business and none of other people's business. What was I talking about before? Not charismatic in real life too. You don't have to be charismatic. Not everyone has to be extroverted. Someone's bad deeds does not symbolize the whole group of people. Exactly. I feel like the hardest part about socializing is just small talk or keeping the conversation going. My brain has either too many thoughts or none, so I can't find words. That's pretty much what I go to. I either feel like I have to keep the conversation going, otherwise I just freeze up. Look, there are good LGBT people and there are bad LGBT people, but the bad does not discredit the good, and the bad does not stand for the entire group. So I would appreciate if you drop that topic, please. I think everyone should respect everyone. That's what I agree with. You watch too many drag queen shows because I'm jealous they can pull the look off. Then you can always try it yourself. I still can't think I can pull off a good look. That was me, cause I don't know why application audio capture isn't working and it's not picking up VR chat, so I will figure that out later. Meanwhile, I can turn on Do Not Disturb. Why did Eggman piss on the moon? I don't know. Because their social media accounts got hacked. Is this a Sonic 06 reference? I thought I got something. No, you were ghost pinged. Cause I didn't mute my Discord. I think people should just be nice to each other and let other people do their thing. Simple as. This world matches your model so perfectly. Thank you. I like comfortable worlds, and the colors match nice. I do want to look for other worlds too. Random would you rather question? Go ahead. Drugs? What drugs? Would you rather get a 10-day trip to Disney World or would you rather have an infinite supply of rocks? What's wrong with a 10-day trip to Disney World? Am I missing something? Is Disney World bad now? Disney just seems boring. That's fair. I think I'd rather do rocks too, because there's more uses for rocks. You could sell rocks. You can throw it somewhere. You could skip it along water. I don't know what other uses for rocks there can be. If you're talking about minerals, then sure. They're minerals, Mary. They're not rocks. Imagine how many windows you could break. Oh, you can paint them as well. You can use them as gravel, or I don't know. I don't think I've ever been to Disney. No, I've been to Disney World when I was a kid, a long, long time ago. But now I don't. I have no recollection of what Disney World is like. All I know is that amusement parks have overpriced food all the time. And I think Disney owns a lot of things these days, actually. So I think the attractions could be fun. I would never drink coffee because I like tea better. I could do either or, depends on what type of coffee. I could do lattes and stuff, or espresso. Disney World is mid now because the state is awful. I think inflation and like overpriced food takes care of that. Thank you for the follow on Be Shade. I forgot if I thanked you already. It's too bitter. You need to add. Yeah, I can do coffee with like milk or cream. I just can't do coffee black. I don't like coffee black. Unless it's espresso. At least espresso I can down. I actually like it. I just like tea more. If I pick tea, I'm not allowed caffeine. There is so many different types of tea, but I don't know how many different types of coffee there are. Jump scare, that was loud. I'm sorry. I don't know why it decided to not work today. There's always scuff. But on that, I think I will end soon because I usually end around the 1 hour 30 to 2 hour mark. But I think I'll go 2 hours today because I feel okay. I'm not exhausted. But of course, I already forgot what we were talking about. Green tea with shot of vanilla and lemon. Short-term memory is real. My energy is okay today. I'm not exhausted. What's everyone's favorite drink, like ever? Water. Either water or milk. Because I don't drink much else these days. Hi Oscar. Hi YouTube. I'm doing good. I'm just winding down on a Wednesday. I hope you're doing well. I forgot what I ate for supper. I forgot. Did I get more water? I forgot to get water during the break. What did I do? I did get water, and then I drank it. I'm so stupid. Short-term memory, please. 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 Gatorade's okay. Apple juice is good. But it's not favorite tier. I like chalky milk. Happens. It happens a lot for me because I'm freaking stupid. This place is new to me actually, so I actually want to see if I can get good lighting in somewhere else. Have you had Milo before? I've had Milo. I've also had Ovaltine and Horlicks. And they're okay. They're okay. Is this the same room as the others? I hope you're feeling better, Oscar. I also want to say thanks for some of the things you said yesterday. It kind of helped a bit. I'm not doing as bad today. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad I could help you, if even just a bit. So, I hope you're doing better today. And not as bad is perfectly fine. Not as bad as good. We can't feel 100% all the time. Just get the powdered version. It's a lot better and cheaper. I don't like powdered drinks. I don't think I have powdered drinks at home. All I have is like Um, all I have is like powdered vitamin C or something like that. Mm. Wait, this is upstairs. Also, why is my controller spazzing out? It's a powder you mix into water. I see. I see. I don't mind powdered, like, I don't mind powdered fruity drinks. Kool-Aid powder. I don't mind Kool-Aid powder, but I just don't like sugary drinks that much as before. I've been using Gamer Subs recently. Totally sponsored by Gamer Subs, by the way. Not just kidding. What sponsors? They have a melatonin sleep aid powder drink. It's been too effective for me. I didn't know they had a melatonin drink. That's good. It's good to know that they don't only have energy drinks. Guava juice? I never tried guava juice. I much prefer matcha and mocha. I like mocha. I don't really like matcha. I don't like overly sweet drinks. I don't like overly sweet drinks. Matcha candy is good too. Sour Patch Kid water, please no. Please no. Just regular water, please. I guess we're just relaxing now. That's fine. I think that's enough personal talk for today anyways. What happened to plain regular water? If you have recommendation for flavored water that's like low calorie, then sure, I'll take it. Cause I don't want to have a drink that's like several hundred calories. Oh, my voice is giving out. I should end soon. I don't know why my voice is giving out. I don't know if that should be normal. I'm sensitive to caffeine and it makes my anxiety run. I was surprised at a sleep aid drink. They have a banana strawberry flavor? No, now I'm tempted to try. Now I feel like trying it. My voice gives out usually around this time. And I have no idea why, honestly. Either I'm not using my voice right or I just don't yap much. So my throat is not used to it. but I don't feel like I'm straining my throat, so I have no idea. That's why I need to do more regular chatting streams, cause I want to see how long I can talk. If anyone has any suggestions on raid recommendations, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna see who is on right now. There is a small chance that I might stream Blue Archive or Horse Girl Racing tomorrow. Just one time. I'm just gonna get it once. Just one gacha. I just need to get it out of my system. The melatonin lobotomizes me. I kept having to speak very slow to not mess up words. And I got very fidgety and flush for some reason. I'm glad that melatonin works for you. Melatonin is a good sleep aid. Games, I mean, I don't know what I'm playing in the future. No idea. Hi, Nightcore. I guess I can go 10 more minutes so I don't feel bad for leaving you hanging. No gacha. If you can't stop gacha, how are you gonna save money? I'm not spending on gacha, okay? I'm not spending on gacha again. It just makes me crazy tired in the morning. I don't like. Are you taking them at night though? I don't know how that makes you tired in the morning. Don't keep going for me, I'm chill. It's okay. I'll round it out at a nice 2 hours. You said you won't play gacha again. Just once. I need to get it out of my system. I need to roll. I need to roll. The gambling addiction must be fed. So if I speak right before stream's ending, I'll get more stream? Yeah, cause then I'll feel bad. Cause I'm gullible like that.
By the way, the horse racing game is the game I spent $2,000 on and then quit after 1 week.
This was not now, okay? This was not now. This was like 3 years ago, okay? When it came out in Japan. I had a gacha addiction back then, okay? Don't worry about it. Honkai Star Rail is best gacha. I like JRPG, so I'll let that slide. I don't know what best gacha is. I think I misheard you 2000. Nope. 2000. 2000 because I was working back then and I was making money. And I really wanted cute horse girl, so imagine how much closer you would be to debut if you didn't spend the 2K. That was 3 years ago, okay? 3 years ago, I didn't think I would be a VTuber, okay? So that doesn't count. I'm gonna tell Ren to tell you no. I'm not gonna spend on it this time. I'm not gonna spend on it this time. What the heck is wrong with you, Lofi? What the heck is that comment? I was about to say the game's been out global for barely a month. 2K in a bundle would have been crazy. When it came out, I spent 2K on it the week it came out. It's okay. I don't have a crippling gamba addiction anymore. I'm okay. I'm okay now, okay? I'm glad you're just laughing about that now. What else can I do? What else can I do? It wasn't that bad because I was working back then. Imagine what kind of audio equipment you could have gone for that price. Yeah, I know, right? I could have got like 200 skull candies with that. 200 Beats headphones with that. On half of a Mez Imperial. I have no idea what a Mez is. I could get like half an Audi's headphones with that. You can actually buy female horses for the money, but why though? Why buy real horses when I can buy cute anime girl horses? Could have had dual 3DIOs. Oh, I'm not thinking 3 years ahead, okay? I hang out with crippling gacha addicts. Welcome to the club. Enjoy your stay. Means Imperial Mark II is the best rated audiophile headphone currently. You say that like it means something, like I can afford it. I don't know what you're getting at, okay? Wait, you said one half. So it's actually $4,000 for that headphones? Yeah, no thank you. I'm not spending 4K on a pair of headphones. I don't care how good they are. I can do so much more with 4K. I want them so bad. You better be working or have disposable income. Otherwise, those are not financially. That is not good bang for the buck at all. Real horses can be cute. You can even do their hair and ride them to town. It's not the same. Could have had a real horse with that money. I'm sorry, I only like cute things.
I will not gacha or gamba except for tomorrow. I will not gamba
This is why games like this exist. This is why gacha is thriving right now. This is why gacha is thriving right now. You don't think horses are cute? Sorry, I like anime. I like cute anime things too much. Why do you think I'm a cute anime girl? I won't gacha or gamba. I won't gacha or gamba. But tomorrow doesn't count because I'm just playing through the game and re-rolling. And more and more. And even later. You could have gotten a really good desk chair. I already have a good chair that's lasted me years. That's why it's a good purchase. I have a steel case chair. My back thanks me. I think it's been 4 years. Human scale, that's good too. Do you pinky promise? Hi Trunks fan, I hope you're doing well. You could have gone PC upgrades. Stop shaming me for how much money I spent 3 years ago. That's not fair. How was I supposed to know where I'd be at 3 years ago? You could have bought Rosa High and Blow High. I can still buy it now if I wanted to. How old is your PC? My PC is 4 years old. But I recently upgraded the graphics card and I want to upgrade the rest of it this year. Thank you for the follow, Wolf. I appreciate it. I got a nice leather chair for free off of Facebook. My sister got jealous of me because she spent hundreds on the chair. It'd be like that sometimes. My PC is 6 with no upgrade. I need a new PC but headphones. Do you really want to spend 4K on a set of headphones? That is the definition of diminishing returns. Do you have like pristine ears or something? Fine. I won't judge, but when you buy it, you better not have buyer's remorse. Be like Beyonce in time to upgrade. May I ask what your specs are? It's a Ryzen 5 3600X. The GPU is a 5070 Ti. The rest are 4-year-old parts that I don't remember the names to. Hi, Shia. I hope you're doing good. My friend just got some Hi-Fi Man Edition X, and those are fairly nice. Just get a $1,000 pair and save your money. You can use $3,000 on a home theater setup. You can use $3,000 for a good DAC or like good IEMs, or you can even get custom ear molded IEMs. It's $4,000 on a pair of headphones are crazy. Audio, okay, but look at the Discord. My headset died because I wasn't paying attention to the battery. So now I am telepathically communicating with you from inside my head until the 2 hour mark. Thank you for the follow, Wolfa. I forgot if I called you out. Just get some focus or something. What? Have you posted on Discord? You didn't post anything on this. Oh wait, you did. $4,000. Okay, I have no idea. They better sound like heaven in your ears for $4,000. Thank you for the follow. Kosi, Taj, and Ratsack. I appreciate it. I was gonna try to see if I can join in earlier, but I took longer than I thought on the test. That's okay, Oscar. Thanks for being here today. Why? Oh, it's 'cause my headset, I think. You're gonna get a blank screen while I figure out who to raid. I should really just plug in the external battery, even if I'm not using it, just so I don't run out of battery. Do, 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 do. If anyone has any suggestions on who to rate, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna see who's online. Deja vu. Deja vu. You do? Sure. Preferably new recommendations. Is this an old model? This is my VTuber model. This is my 2D model. I guess I can go for slightly longer. I tried P5X. It didn't really grab me. 'Cause if it were a new story, I'd be more on board with it, but it just feels like P5 story, but with different people instead. I may or may not play the horse racing game tomorrow. May or may not. I actually know how to play it because I played it on JP before. Any recommendations for dessert recipes? Not sure if I'll be able to make mango pudding again or not. Chocolate pudding, jello, cheesecake, ice cream, I don't usually eat desserts, so I don't know which ones are easy to make. Cheesecake is Pecco Peak. Their ending stream. Thank you for letting me know. Doggo is just start. Thank you for the follow, Sailor. I'll rate Dahlia. They're very kind though. I'll give them a follow. Bye, Trunks. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Make sure to hydrate, stretch, posture check, take good care of yourselves. Thank you for 1.4K. I hope you have a great rest of your day and get good sleep. Thank you for stream. Thank you for being here. Bye, everyone. I'll be back on Friday officially at around the same time. I have a Discord if you feel like joining. If you want to use the raid message, here it is. If you happen to be sub, you can use that message too. Bye everyone, take good care of yourselves. Love you. Bye.